Over these last months, I've kind of just been training myself to not really like express how upset I am over certain things, especially when it comes to my job, because I've noticed it's like, well, I make a good amount of money, so I don't really have a reason to complain. And in fact, that's what I told myself on my drive home from work today. I was thinking to myself, oh man, this is like it's kind of bullshit, how I'm kind of being treated, but I make a good amount of money. Oh, good, good. No, you know what I mean. It's like it offsets it to me at least. I feel like I shouldn't complain for the work I'm doing because of the amount I'm being paid. And I mean, I have that thought process with a lot of different things, not just because of money, right? I'm thinking like I shouldn't be upset over this because of X or of Y or of Z. You know what I mean? And I've been thinking about how I don't know if that's like productive or how destructive that is to me, but I've noticed how just miserable I've kind of been these last like 2 months, maybe a little longer than that. Not in the sense of like, oh, I hate my life. Oh, I am so sad. More in the sense of like, I'm just becoming like a fucking like a bot. I'm turning into a fucking robot. I wake up, go to work, to work for, depending on the week, 8 to 9 ish hours, 9.5 hours depending on the week, and then I come home, I'm tired as fuck, and then I like I mean, like, my videos, I've obviously stopped doing these ones daily, but i'm I'm so drained and just fucking exhausted when I get home. I don't even have thoughts to say out loud. You know what I mean? I don't have anything to think of because I'm not thinking anymore. I'm just acting. I'm just performing work. And then when I come home, I'm tired. And then I either try and stream Overwatch or I don't do anything and I just go to fuck to sleep. My video output for my main account, my Clementine account, where I'm mostly just doing video game stuff, my output rate has declined significantly, mostly on the YouTube end of it. On TikTok, I've had a good streak of maintaining at least daily uploads, but like this past week, oh my god, this past week has been so awful and I've just been so drained that I just like literally did not even post for like 4 fucking days in a row. And that's so bad, you know what I mean? Like I'm still like my algorithm, or not my algorithm, but my account is like still recovering from that hiatus, even though it was only like 3 or 4 days. You know what I mean? Like my views have just gone down so significantly, and it's like it's not the worst thing in the world. Like I can see how I can see the engagement and just not like the views of reaching the masses, but I see my core audience is still engaging, and that's really all that matters to me. But I find myself just like I see that. I notice that my videos are getting less views and that my output of videos is significantly dropping. And I just excuse it by saying, well, I'm making money. Bills are paid. Who cares? I care. You know what I mean? At the end of the day, I'm not like a materialistic person. I don't really care about like owning things in the sense of like, oh, dude, I have so much money, I can go buy a supercar. You know what I mean? These these are my shoes that I wear to work. These are my work shoes, right? I wear these to work every day. One, they're dirty. Secondly, this one has a like, yeah. I'm trying to get my finger fucking through it, dude. Like, you know what I mean? Like my fucking, like I don't really care about money in that sense. So I don't know why I'm even using that excuse to on myself, being like, oh well, you have so much money. What do I spend it on? Fucking food, man. I'm getting Wingstop. I'm treating myself. You know what I mean? Like I'm getting myself some nice ass shit, but I, that doesn't improve anything. You know what I mean? I've been thinking about hiring an editor and like a thumbnail artist for videos to get them out faster, but to me, I like actually making. I don't. I'm not sitting there editing videos with a smile on my face, but I like making it. It's personal. It's mine. It's my creation. I like it. It's my stuff. What the fuck is that, dude? My hair is being so. Like, what is this? What is do that? Like, you know what I mean? But I've just been like so drained recently, and I've been trying not to care about it. Like, I've been trying to be like, man, it's okay. Like, it's just the back pedal. We're all getting back on track, and at least I'm able to financially support myself to where I'm not even like worrying about videos and money. It's only one of the two because that's how it used to really be when I was still doing pizza delivery. I was always strapped for cash, and I really didn't have a lot of time to make videos, to do my streams. And now I've kind of traded off, like, let's say my money and my free time to make videos were equal. I have more money, but I have less time. And like I don't know how to feel about that, because on one hand, yay, money. On the other hand, this is like my passion. Like, I want to be an internet person someday, not just a streamer, not just a YouTuber, but I want to like at least just become an eye guy. You know what I mean? Everyone wants to be fucking known, and that's what I want to be because I have fucking like I feel like I have the potential, right? And I see it. I see the core audience being garnered. I see my core audience growing. I have a lot of returning viewers. I have a lot of just, you know what I mean? Like, I have a good foundation to build off of, and I really want to build off of it as much as I can. And I mean, hopefully, I think after June, I'm gonna go back to just my 8 to 5 schedule because that's how I used to operate until February, right? December, January, February, I was 8 to 5 every day. Fridays, 8:30 to 5:30 sometimes. But now it's like I have an A and B week, 8 to 5, Monday, Wednesday, Friday, 8:30 to 5:30 Tuesday, Thursday, and then on my B week, I'm 9 to 7 Monday, Wednesday, Friday, and then 9:30 to 7 Tuesday, Thursday, and then also those days swap. So sometimes I have 3 days where I'm 9 to 7, and some days where or some weeks where I'm 3 days 9:30 to 7. It's like so fucked up. You know what I mean? And it's so disorienting to where I have to just every single day I don't have a routine. You know what I mean? I have to just come up with something on the fly. And it's really annoying and it's not the hardest thing to deal with. My job's not the hardest job in the world and I get paid pretty well. So in my head I'm thinking, why the fuck am I complaining? You know what I mean? It's like like dude, you have so much to work off of and you have such a big advantage in life right now. Why the fuck are you complaining, But I also think like, you know what? Yeah, I should be allowed to express like how upset I am over certain aspects of my life. Not everything needs to be perfect, not everything needs to be horrible, but I can acknowledge that I'm in a very privileged position, but also there's things in my life that I wish could be improved as well. Another thing I've been thinking about recently is how much I care about things. My coworkers would talk to me about how they try to understand our clients when we're on the phone with them and they try to really get a deeper understanding of who they are as a person. That way they can try and drive a sale a little bit harder. And I'm thinking, I don't give a fuck about the people I'm on the phone with. I don't give a shit about the thing I'm selling. I don't fucking care. All I'm here is to make money and help my business operate and function in a more efficient manner. You know what I mean? I'm like totally okay with just being a cog in this machine of a business because it makes me a good amount of money for the position I'm in and for the spot I'm in life. I'm like totally okay with that. And because of that, because I don't really have like that higher calling, I just do what needs to get done in a professional and efficient manner, and then that's it. My coworkers will be on the phone with these people for like 15 to 20 minutes having conversations about different aspects of their life and, oh, why were you looking for a mowing service today? Because they need to get their fucking lawn mowed. That's the reason. These like I overhear my coworkers on the phone and they're like, oh yeah, yeah, oh yeah, 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 and they're just going for like, holding a conversation. Who the fuck wants to have a conversation with the guy who's trying to sell you a lawn mowing service? Fucking nobody. You know what I mean? When I get clients or leads who call in, or clients who are wanting certain things, about their service to be addressed, boom, get them on and off the phone within like 3 to 5 minutes. I either make the sale and I fucking hard sell it and instantly get them, or I just have them call, like, text or call back later to finalize everything. Or if they're a current client and they're wanting an issue to be addressed, I make sure I get it done very swiftly and efficiently, and then I send them on their way. Nobody wants to be on the fucking phone for that long, especially with someone who you don't know and you're wanting to get the conversation over with, right? You want the sale, they want the service. Let's get to that endpoint as fast as fucking possible. You know what I mean? And it's not like I'm rude to the clients, rude to my leads. I just fucking move the conversation. I just drive it. I am in the driver's seat and I move it along at my pace and I get the sale. And you know why you know how I know what I do is, how my method of these sales calls works? I have like the most fucking sales out of all my coworkers. You know what I mean? I have the most sales. I make the most money on our sales, like, addresses at the end of the month. I have the most. I have the most landscaping sales. I have the most mowing sales because I do the job and I do it efficiently and I do it correctly. I came back from my lunch break today and I noticed that literally I have an hour lunch. I noticed that literally none of the fucking emails in our inbox were answered. Not from before I left. There were like 8 or 9 after I got back that were all unopened. People were like, half my coworkers were walking out the door because it was their time to leave. And I'm like sitting there like, what the fuck? Why, like, why are you all just stupid? Why are you all horrible when you're on the phone with these people and also can't even do the fucking job? My job is insanely easy, right? I think literally the hardest part of my job is actively talking to people over the phone because I stutter and I have a lisp. So, and I talk fast. So I talk fast, I stutter over my words, and I have a lisp. That's not a good fucking triple combo, especially when half of our current clients are elderly people. So I have to end up going like, hi, Mrs. Claudia. Yeah, we can definitely take a look for you regarding your landscaping service. All I would need to do for you is just fill out this form, and I can definitely get that taken care of for you. You have a good day now. Like, I have to fucking talk like that? I don't want to fucking talk like that. Who wants to talk like that? I don't want to talk slow. I hate that shit, right? I don't want to get it over with. And I'm thinking to myself, why am I getting so worked up? Why am I getting so worked up over my coworkers being dumb, over clients being dumb, and oh my god, this this one client today was just pissing me off. I had to talk to him literally the entire day from when I clocked in to when I clocked out. I was literally just emailing him back and forth regarding some landscaping shit today because he gave me the wrong information like a fucking dumbass, and then I had to low key take the blame for it. Like, he only wanted the front of his property service, but he told me he only wanted the front. He wanted the whole thing, and I didn't know that because he only told me the front. So then I had to ridiculous, right? And then after I got it all settled, I was just like, wow, it's in my mind. I was like, this is just not like a thing I should get mad at, you know? This is not a thing I should care about. You know, I try my best not to care about the clients that we deal with because, like, I know they're stupid. I know they're dumb. I don't need confirmation that they're dumb. I just know it. So when I, like, experience it continuously firsthand, I have to just remind myself, like, yeah, these are low key lesser tiered humans than me. Not worth my trouble, not worth the energy, not worth the anger. I'm just gonna move on and continue doing anything else. And the worst part about today is, like, I left work a little bit upset. I was busy the entire fucking day. Literally had no downtime. we're doing training right now for some new like international employees who are gonna be doing like 24-hour service with us. And then my other coworker is a fucking like he's not as efficient as me with the job. So I'm basically just picking up the slack for two different people because one of them is in training with our international like employees or whatever, and one of them is like really bad at the job. And then my other coworker, she was just out for today. So I was picking up the slack. Yeah, I was picking up the slack for fucking three people today. You know what I mean? Like I'm fucking holding my own weight along with everyone else's. And it's like, yeah, it's annoying. It's like just constant fucking moving the ball, right? Got my I mean I got through the day pretty fast just because I was constantly doing something, and I made a good amount of sales. I think I probably made fucking like six mowing sales. I got like two upgrades to our weekly package, and I got multiple landscaping sales. That's a lot of fucking money for today, and I'm still upset. And I don't understand like I don't know how to deal with that, you know? Because I can physically look at the good. I can like numerically look at the number at the sales number go up and my commission go up, and I'm like, what the fuck? I'm still upset. I've tried not to care about a I've tried not to care about a lot of different things in my life because I know more often than not it's really not worth the trouble, you know, because there's nothing to really gain out of being upset unless you can turn that into actions, you know. And it sucks when a majority of the things that are making me upset as of lately are things that are out of my control, that I can't directly impact, that I can't make substantial changes to correct them, you know? All I can really do is just focus on the better aspects of my life. Recently, I bought a new dresser. Like I've had one of those shitty Amazon dressers where it's like fabric on like a wooden slash metal frame. I have a fully wooden dresser now. It's so much nicer. It's not fabric. I have four cats. You know what four cats like to do with fabric? Yeah, I'm looking at you, little fucker. Oh, he just got his claw trapped in my hoodie. That's what I'm saying. You know what I mean? Like they literally just ruined it. And now I have a fully wooden dresser that I can appreciate. I have two wooden cabinets that I'm gonna replace these with because these ones are old and in need of repair. Not even repair. I'm just gonna fucking throw them out or some shit. Maybe donate them. But I've been trying to just improve other aspects of my life to make my quality of living a lot better. You know, I've been getting better groceries. I've talked about that before. I just said I'm probably gonna get Wingstop tonight. Fuck it, you know what I mean? Shit. I guess what I'm trying to say with this video is that emotions are like really hard to manage. You know, I mean, especially with me because like I have BPD, I have autism, I have all the things. You know, it's not even fun to try and deal with my emotions just because they're so heightened at any possible moment. And I'm always on fucking go. You know, I'm always like a light switch. I can just go from one emotion to another. It's not fun at all. These last 2 days, I haven't taken any of my gummies either because I'm running low and I don't know when my shipment for my monthly restock is coming in. So I've just like Monday and Tuesday I didn't use anything, so I've been more irritated and I haven't eaten a lot, I haven't slept a lot. So I've just been like even more on edge. And thankfully, I haven't taken any of my pent up like anger or frustration out on anybody. Thankfully, you know, I haven't had any sort of outburst, and that's mainly just because I understand and I'm able to self-correct in those moments and say like, dude, not worth it. You know, it's just not worth it. There's so many other things to like channel that energy into that would be so much more beneficial for me that it's like a no-brainer to just let it go, you know? Today, this guy on the phone held me there for like 10 minutes over something that could have been a 2 minute call, but he kept just going and going and going and repeating and repeating and repeating until finally I just talked over him and then got through the conversation. Like I literally just interrupted him, told him how it was going to get handled, and then I handled it. I tried doing that as nice as I could. I know I came off like an asshole, but I don't really care. you know, I don't think I really care. What I'm trying to say with this video, really, is that there's always room for you to acknowledge certain aspects of your life that are in need of improvement without totally neglecting all of the good, You're able to say, man, I wish this certain aspect of my life was a little bit better while also having a lot of other things going good for you. Like you can do that. You don't need to say, man, I make a lot of money, but my like my quality of life sucks. I can just I can say that. I could say that, have it be true, and then work on that, work on improving my quality of life. I wish they make a cure for BPD soon in the future. Thank you.